When you see the Manny Pacquiao fight, what can you learn from that fight?
It showed that combination punchers. That's how Pacquiao was landing his punches, combinations, and it just shows you that he is a great fighter. But I'm going into this camp, coming into this fight confident, everything right with our game plan, and I'm going to try to execute it as best as I can. And Juan Manuel Marquez was like, when I was growing up, he was always a fighter I was studying. I was always watching. It was always one of my favorites. It was so fucking just so technical. Even when he was in danger, it was fucking crazy.
身長差ご覧の通り見下ろします担保選手
Boxing legend Manny Pacquiao and rising star Mario Barrios shared their first intense face-off in Las Vegas, ahead of their highly anticipated world title clash set for July 19th. Despite being 46 years old and juggling a political career, Pacquiao looked physically impressive, lean, focused, and defiant in the face of mounting criticism over his return to the ring. In response to concerns about his age and motivation, Pacquiao made his intentions crystal clear.
明日はこのような機会を最大限に発揮して力を見せたいと思います。私の試合もそうですけれども、明日は素晴らしい試合がたくさん並んでいるので、ぜひ全大会楽しみにしています。0.05クリアです。クリアです。
Here. I love boxing, and I know I still have something more to offer, he said passionately. Once I'm done, I want to break records and leave a lasting legacy. When asked about critics who doubt his ability to compete at the elite level, Pacquiao didn't hold back. They'll all see. If I wasn't feeling it, I wouldn't do it. Just watch what happens in July. I'm ready as ever. Pacquiao also addressed...
Well, at this time, Mario Barrios is going to fight Manny Pacquiao in July. That's a tremendous fight. It was released, PBC. Manny Pacquiao first title was the flyweight WBC, and he wants to retire as WBC champion, so he's fighting in the welterweight division.
What he sees as a modern obsession with unbeaten records. Too many fighters retire without ever facing real challenges. It's not just about being undefeated, it's about legacy, he stated. For Pacquiao, boxing isn't about preserving a record. It's about testing yourself against the best, win or lose. Barrios, the 29-year-old WBC...
He's made of.
Manny Pacquiao, getting back in the ring again for a world title fight.
Well, obviously, it definitely has to do with money, one. Two, I think Manny Pacquiao, I think his C game is a lot better than anybody, a lot of guys' A game, even with the age. But you have to take into account the last time he...
Welterweight champion kept his comments respectful and focused. He expressed gratitude for the opportunity to face a living legend and promised to bring his best to the ring. Manny Pacquiao is a warrior, and I'm honored to share the ring with him. I'll be ready. This fight marks Pacquiao's first bout since his 2021 loss to Yordenis Ugas and a lukewarm exhibition against Rukia Ampo last year. It also comes after nearly 4 years out of professional boxing. His decision to step back into the ring...
He stepped foot in that ring against Ugas. He didn't look good. He was outmatched by, a fighter, a younger fighter. Barrios is no slouch. Barrios is a young fighter, bigger fighter, knows how to...
Especially against a younger, powerful champion like Barrios, has ignited a firestorm of debate across the boxing world. While some fans are thrilled to see Pacquiao return, others are concerned he's risking too much. Critics argue that, at his age, fighting a man 17 years younger is a dangerous gamble. Manny has a legacy. Why risk ruining it now? One fan questioned. Another said, Barrios is defending a title against someone who should be ringside, not in the ring. Some fans even called for age restrictions in boxing, citing Pacquiao's recent
return.
Control distance very well, can punch a little bit. He's no easy task for anybody in the welterweight division. And for Manny to come back after this long and to face a young guy like that is dangerous. And sometimes, these old legends, They've got to get beat up several times.
Performances and echoing skepticism following Mike Tyson's exhibition comeback against Jake Paul. Retirement doesn't mean anything anymore, one user wrote. Fighters come back the moment the paycheck is big enough. Alicia Baumgardner, the undisputed super featherweight champion, also chimed in, expressing frustration over the ongoing debate. Fans need to respect what legends like Manny bring to the sport, but also be realistic. It's a young man's game now. Despite the criticism, Pacquiao remains unfazed.
That Manny Pacquiao is going to return. What do you make of that?
I don't know. We shall see. I don't know.
Do you think he's too old at 46 to fight Barrios?
I can't say if he's too old or not. You know, if he get in there and win, then everybody will be saying different. So I don't put no limit on an all-time great like Manny Pacquiao.
Where does a win against Canelo Alvarez put you in the list?
Phased. This upcoming fight will mark a full-circle moment for the only 8-division world champion in boxing history. His first world title came as a WBC flyweight champion, and now, nearly 3 decades later, he seeks to retire as WBC welterweight champion, a feat no one has ever achieved. "I was never chasing records. I just love to fight," Pacquiao said. "If you're in this sport and not prepared to lose, you're in the wrong sport." As July 19th...
Look, Manny Pacquiao is a different animal. Peyton Manning, Tom Brady come out of retirement all the time, and he does what he does. This is Manny Pacquiao. Yes, do you worry about him? He's facing a young gun, a guy that's fighting at the best of his ability right now. And Barrios, yeah, you worry about that. Barrios is a really good boxer, strong. Look, but it's Manny.
Approaches, the spotlight is brighter than ever. Will Pacquiao prove he still belongs among boxing's elite, or will Barrios usher in a new era by defeating a legend? One thing is certain, the world will be watching. In his exhibition bout with Rukia Ampo, Manny Pacquiao showed flashes of his trademark speed and footwork, but it was far from a dominant performance. While exhibitions don't declare an official winner, it was evident to many viewers that Pacquiao was frequently caught by Ampo's long reach and struggled to maintain control of the...
I wanted to fight Manny Pacquiao. I think you were like 27, 28 when you wanted to fight Pac. Why didn't that fight happen?
I hear so many excuses like they didn't want it, but Freddie Roach on the record saying he didn't want Pacquiao to fight. I just think Top Rank wanted to protect Pacquiao because of the
ring. Despite his experience, the 46-year-old was pulled into a tougher contest than expected, raising red flags about his readiness for a world title challenge later this year. After the bout, Pacquiao admitted Ampo's strength and height posed real problems. "He's inexperienced, yes," Pacquiao said post-fight, "but that didn't make him an easy opponent. I have work to do before July." Although Pacquiao may have seen value in shaking off ring rust, fans were far more critical, with one calling the performance...
The only person I'll come back for, on a serious note, would be Manny Pacquiao. I would not come back for anyone else. It'd make me train even harder than like a Kell Brook fight because he's an animal, and you need that push.
Embarrassing, and others questioning how a boxer struggling in a light exhibition could realistically compete against a prime Mario Barrios for the WBC welterweight title. Now, nearly a year after that 3-round exhibition and 4 years removed from his last competitive professional fight, Pacquiao is preparing to face Barrios in a high-stakes title bout in July. While some admire the Filipino icon's ambition, many fans remain skeptical. His long layoff, advancing age, and the shift in focus toward...
For me as well, Manny was like, shall we do a fight? He's quite serious about it. He was like, shall we make a fight happen? I go, listen, if you can get a Thunder, if you can get someone like a Turkey Shake on board, then why not?
There's no, that must be able to be made that. Yeah. Surely.
You do that for the right money, right?
Massive. Look, we've had our best days, and I think a fight like that
would... Politics have all fueled doubts about whether he still belongs at the top level of the sport. Despite the backlash, Pacquiao has received support from within the boxing community. Undisputed super featherweight champion Alicia Baumgardner came to his defense, expressing frustration at the negativity surrounding his return. Taking to social media, Baumgartner urged fans not to count Pacquiao out, pointing to his championship pedigree and fighting spirit. However, her optimism has been countered by seasoned observers like Amir Khan, who expressed serious reservations about Pacquiao's comeback. Khan.
I mean, Manny having a massive Philippine fan base, and all around the world, really. And then obviously myself, I've got a decent fan base as well. So I think it will definitely sell, and people would like to see, when people make comebacks. I mean, people always like to see them, see how the fight's going to be. And me and Manny are probably in the same position. We'd be both being retired for like 3-4 years. I think it will make a good fight.
And you're only 38 as well, man. So look, we've seen boxers older than that getting back into the ring. I mean, it's still at a good age.
Who once trained alongside Mario Barrios under Virgil Hunter, spoke candidly about the fight. "I used to spar with Mario quite a lot," Khan told Sky Sports. "He's a very good boxer, strong and sharp." While Khan acknowledged that a prime Pacquiao would have been a clear favorite, he's unsure of what the veteran still has left. Manny's been out of the ring a long time, and it's not easy to come back at this age. This is a big opportunity for Barrios. It could change his life. Khan emphasized that while legacy matters, time
again.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, look at George Foreman, the late George Foreman. He was a great champion, and he came back. I think he must have been in his late 40s when he come back and won a world title as well. So look, in boxing, it's always that one punch. And at the same time, though, guys, is that I look back.
Timing is everything. At 46 years old, Pacquiao is taking a huge gamble. With the Philippine elections concluding on May 12th, the boxing world now awaits Pacquiao's final decision. Will he press forward and chase another world title, or reconsider in light of mounting concerns? One thing is clear. His fight against Barrios could be the defining moment of his final chapter in boxing. As the countdown to July 19th ticks down, excitement and concern builds around the return of boxing icon Manny Pacquiao, who is set to challenge Mario Barrios for the...
Manny Pacquiao is trying to come back to boxing, and he want to fight Mario Barrios for the 147-pound WBC welterweight title of the world. Manny, 8-division champion, bro. Hall of Fame fighter.
WBC welterweight championship in Las Vegas. After nearly 4 years in retirement, the legendary 8-division champion is back in the spotlight. But as always with Pacquiao, opinions are split. Amir Khan, a former world champion and longtime admirer of Pacquiao, voiced his reservations about the comeback. Khan believes that Manny doesn't need to return to the ring, but he understands why the Filipino legend is doing it. Maybe he misses the recognition, the love from the crowd, the thrill of being in the spotlight, Khan speculated. While he acknowledged that fans would turn out to watch Pacquiao, he strongly advised...
Chill with your wife, bro. Go be senator, bro. Just because you didn't win president, don't mean you can't run again and maybe try to win the next time, dog. We not trying...
against facing a young, active champion like Barrios. "This is a young lion," Khan warned. "Barrios is hungry, and this fight could change his life." Khan even floated an alternative. Pacquiao should face a fellow retiree like himself for a fairer, safer bout. He also reminded everyone that in boxing, you're always one punch away from getting hurt. For Khan, the risks of this comeback far outweigh the potential rewards.
Can Pacquiao, already the oldest fighter to ever hold a welterweight title, defy the odds and break his own record by reclaiming championship glory? With a professional record standing at 62 wins, 8 losses, and 2 draws, including 39 victories by knockout, Pacquiao is taking what may very well be his final gamble in a career defined by bold...
In contrast, Alicia Baumgartner, the undisputed super featherweight champion, remains optimistic. She believes Pacquiao can still compete with the best, even against a 29-year-old fighter like Barrios. Despite the criticism and skepticism, Baumgartner has been vocal in defending Pacquiao on social media, urging fans not to count him out. The comeback became official after ESPN confirmed that Pacquiao will indeed challenge Barrios for the WBC title on July 19th. Pacquiao's last official fight was in August 2021, where he lost via unanimous decision to Yordenis Ugas for the WBA welterweight title. After that,
He lost a few, whereas other guys go, well, this guy was undefeated. Yeah, but did he take the risk? Did he take the chance? You know, Mayweather fought Juan Manuel Marquez when he fought him at 143, and he came in overweight. Manny fought the guy in his fucking best at 20.
defeat, Pacquiao announced his retirement to focus on his political career. Yet, boxing always seemed to call him back. Since last year, whispers of his return grew louder. In July 2024, he faced kickboxer Rukia Ampo in an exhibition bout at Super Rizin 3. Though it ended in a draw, typical for exhibitions, it was evident that Pacquiao struggled with Ampo's reach and strength. While he acknowledged that he had things to work on before facing a world champion, fans were far less forgiving. "It was embarrassing," one fan commented. "He looked 100 years old," another added.
Manny's 62-8 over that 50-0 any day of the year because of what he did, and he didn't turn down. And you gotta look who fought guys in their prime and who fought them when they were, you know, Mayweather fought Canelo when Canelo was like just it was over.
Still, Pacquiao has pressed forward. His name was linked to Mario Barrios as early as late 2023. At the Canelo Alvarez vs. William Skull event in Saudi Arabia, WBC President Mauricio Sulaiman revealed that Barrios would defend his title against Pacquiao. He confirmed that the Nevada State Athletic Commission had cleared Pacquiao to fight and cited WBC rules that allow former champions to request a title bout upon returning from retirement. That's a tremendous fight.
Whatever step in that ring with Canelo was at his peak, ready to really go. He caught Canelo at the right time. Mayweather was very good at picking guys.
Well, this week they asked Floyd, I don't know if you guys saw the video, they asked Floyd, they were both in Japan, and they said, "Floyd, would you do exhibition with Manny?" And he said, "Well, I'm not here to get punishment. I want to make money. Manny's a real fighter and he's dangerous, so I don't want to fight."
I appreciate that.
No, I'm happy to see any fighter make money.
Sulaiman said, praising the significance of the moment. Pacquiao, now 46, continues to juggle his political ambitions. He's currently in the middle of a tight Senate race in the Philippines, having previously served as a senator from 2016 to 2022. According to Brunch Boxing, Pacquiao won't formally announce his return until after the May 12th elections, but all signs point to his full commitment to this comeback. His opponent, Mario Barrios, is no pushover. Fighting out of San Antonio, Barrios won the interim WBC title in September 2023 by outpointing Yordenis Ugas. He was later elevated to full champion in June 2024 after Terence Crawford was moved to champion in recess status due to his jump to 154 pounds to fight Israel Madrimov. Barrios has only 2 losses, against Gervonta Davis and Keith Thurman, and is looking to secure a career-defining victory over one of boxing's all-time greats. His most recent bout was against Abel Ramos on the undercard of Jake Paul vs. Mike Tyson, further boosting his exposure. Adding to the spectacle, the co-main event will feature a rematch between Sebastian Fundora and Tim Tszyu, who previously met on March 30th, 2024. Tszyu was originally set to face Thurman, but a last-minute injury led to Fundora stepping in and pulling off a split decision win in a shocking upset. As for Pacquiao's camp, longtime advisor Sean Gibbons couldn't contain his excitement. He reminded fans that Pacquiao's very first world title was a WBC flyweight belt in 1998. "Can you imagine him winning another WBC title all these years later?" Gibbons said. "Life has a way of coming full circle." Gibbons emphasized that fans deserve one last true look at Manny Pacquiao in the ring. Reflecting on the loss to Ugas in 2021, he noted how many fans left the arena feeling disappointed. "He's still fast, he's still sharp," Gibbons argued. 80% of Manny still beats most guys today. He also made a bold claim. If Pacquiao beats Barrios, it would mark his 6th welterweight title reign, strengthening his case as the greatest 147-pound fighter in boxing history. 9 guys in the Hall of Fame are on Manny's record. Gibbons added. Terence Crawford has none. And in what could spark debate for years to come, Gibbons took aim at Floyd Mayweather, saying Pacquiao's resume is far more impressive. Floyd never took the risks Manny did. Manny didn't cherry-pick. He fought Marquez, Morales, and Barrera at their peaks. He took losses, but he fought everyone. With Mayweather now rumored to be facing John Gotti III in an exhibition in Mexico City, Gibbons believes Pacquiao's return has far more meaning. Manny's legacy stands tall because he never ducked a challenge. As the boxing world waits for July 19th, one thing is clear. Pacquiao's comeback is more than a fight. It's a final statement.